Good morning, everyone. It's Saturday, or during this time of the year, it's like the second Sunday this week, right? Man. So here we are. We made it. We made it through Thanksgiving, made it through Black Friday, and here we are, guys. We're still here. Yes, did everybody get through it okay? Everybody have a good Thanksgiving? I certainly hope so. Before we get started, I want to give a shout out 2 years to Amanda S., who's part of our group. Fantastic job. Great work. We like to celebrate here. So you'll probably, if you've given us your sobriety date, we have taken the liberty of writing it down. And what Jill does, Jill does a lot of stuff for our group. All right, she does more than I do. All right, so I'm gonna give some props there, man. She's a big proponent in what I do. All right. And I couldn't have gotten this far without her, guys. I really couldn't. I'm grateful to have her on my team. She's a very special lady with a big heart and a lot of knowledge. So thank you, Jill. She does that sobriety portion for us and getting that stuff together and things like that. And she does it out of love, man. That's why she does it. All right. So, yeah, good props. November 28th. Our faith in God's power at work in us and in our lives doesn't relieve us of responsibility. Right. So even the serenity prayer, sometimes people utilize the serenity prayer to get out of shit. Right. So God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, which is most likely people, places, and things. Right. Those are nouns. Right. I can't control nouns. Courage change things I can. Anything inside of me. Okay. Anything. That includes my intentions, my attitude, my humility, my anger, everything that makes me up. Okay. I am responsible for. Okay. This 109, I think I'm at 191. This 191 pound white boy, right? This is my responsibility right here. Right. And I have to take care of that. I'm very big on my recovery. Yesterday in our meeting, people were talking about, they were surveying and people brought over alcohol. Okay. And they were like, some people are okay with that. I have a rule in my house. No alcohol. Period. I also don't let people bring cocaine over. Weird, huh? They're like, no, you have to get to a point where you're okay with it. I didn't say I'm not okay with it. That's not what I'm saying. It's a matter of respect. Okay? It's a matter of, we spent years and years of you up my ass telling me to get sober. Okay? I did it. Respect it. Okay? I'm big on that. That's a boundary I will not move on. Okay? So, my brother-in-law, he had a beer sitting in there. He doesn't drink. He's never had a drink in his life. Okay? He's using it for a wasp nest or something. I'm like, no, get it out of there. I don't want, no, there's no alcohol in the house. I don't care what it's for. Oh, I know. I'm kind of a dick when it comes to that, huh? I'll tell you what, my sobriety comes first. My recovery comes first. Everybody else is second. Okay? So I have to talk with God and things like that first. Okay? Because if I'm not okay in my own skin, I'm not going to be able to help anybody else, period. Okay? Yesterday, that probably wasn't the best day for me to help people, right? Instead, what happened is people ended up calling me and taking care of me. It was reversed yesterday, and I needed that. I reached out for help, and people gave it to me. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Jill and Lori. We are no longer afraid to make. I'm sorry, I went a little too far. Instead, our faith strengthens our efforts, makes us confident and assured, and enables us to act decisively, and wisely. And wisely, and wisely, guys. Make sure you put that part in there. We're no longer afraid to make decisions. Damn. I'm still working on that. Yeah, I still doubt myself here and there. But for the most part, I can make pretty good decisions based on the knowledge that I have. We're not afraid to take that first step that seemed called for in the proper handling of given situations. Our pride. And now that we don't have our pride and our ego rearing their ugly little heads up, then we have freedom. Good morning, Carrie. It's good to see you, honey. Do I believe that God is at work beyond my human efforts, and that my faith and trust in Him will bring forth results for exceeding my expectations? Man, that is a lot in one sentence, isn't it? So do I believe that God is at work beyond my human efforts? Oh, heck yeah. I'm sitting right here. And if you guys are listening to it, then the answer is yes. Okay? And that my faith and trust in Him will bring forth results in exceeding my expectations. Certainly I do. But I don't have any expectations, so it's going to be pretty easy to exceed them. Right? I found a spot in the Family Afterward. I'm a Family Afterward. I love it. And Two Employers. So much cool stuff in there that we just don't read very often. So, all right. So we think, where's it? Oh, here we are. I did want to say this. So we think cheerfulness and laughter make for usefulness. Outsiders are sometimes shocked when we burst into merriment over a seemingly tragic experience out of the past. But why shouldn't we? Why shouldn't we laugh? We have recovered. There it is again, that recovered. And we have been given the power to help others. Everybody knows that those in bad health and those who seldom play do not laugh much. So let each family play together separately as much as their circumstances warrant. We are sure God wants us to be happy, joyous, and free. We cannot subscribe to a belief that this life is a vale of tears, though it once was just that for many of us. But it is clear that we made our own misery. God didn't do it. Avoid then the deliberate manufacture of misery. But if trouble comes, cheerfully capitalize on it. It is an opportunity to demonstrate His omnipotence. Okay? It's like when I talk about the stigma. Okay, I see it as a way to educate. Unless a person is just plain angry, then I'm probably just gonna blow them off. Okay, but I see that as an opportunity to capitalize and demonstrate His omnipotence. Okay? Now about health. A body badly burned by alcohol does not often recover overnight, nor do twisted thinking and depression vanish in a twinkling. It takes work. That's okay. You have time. You have all the time in the world. Don't worry about it. Right? Because all you got is right now anyway, right? So you don't need to worry about that other shit at the present moment. We are convinced that a spiritual mode of living is the most powerful health restorative. Yes, I absolutely agree. Absolutely. We who have recovered from serious drinking are miracles of mental health. Do you believe that? Okay. No, I don't believe that I'm a miracle of mental health. That's because you haven't figured out that you have a mental illness. It is a disease called alcoholism or addiction. But we have seen remarkable transformations in our bodies. Hardly one of our crowd shows any mark of dissipation. Okay? Now comes the important part. Okay? Because spirituality can get you to a place where it gets you to a place where then you can start to work on the things that you need to. Okay? But this does not mean we disregard human health measures. God has abundantly supplied the world. I talk about this. Here it is in the book. Supplied this world with fine doctors, psychologists, and practitioners of various kinds. Do not hesitate. Do not hesitate to take your health problems to such persons. Most of them give freely of themselves, and their fellows may enjoy sounds, minds, and body. Try to remember that though God has wrought miracles among us, we should never belittle a good doctor or psychiatrist. Their services are indispensable in treating a newcomer and in following his case afterwards. Okay, it's extremely important. Okay, so there it is in the book, black and white, saying, go see a therapist, go see your doctors. Right? It even says they're probably gonna prescribe you stuff. So next time somebody's talking to you about the next time somebody's talking to you about that, just go to the Family Afterward right there, page 133, and read that to them. Right? Contempt prior to investigation is the way I would see that. Today I pray, may I trust in my higher power. May I trust in my higher power never falter. He never has. There is no reason for me to ever think that. Now, I might be stupid and think that he's dropped me off for something silly, maybe a pity potty, but that doesn't last very long for me. Good to see you, Lori. And I went and filled out that application, MHCD. I went and did it. May my faith in the power continue to shore up in my optimism, my confidence, my belief in my own decision making. Yes, I have confidence in my own decision making. Not only that, but my wife does, my mom does, my kids do. I have a lot of friends that do. Okay. Because, well, I live my life as an example. My whole life is just one big example of either how to do it or how not to do it. And that's why I come on here so that people can see that. I deal with anxiety and PTSD, and you need to see what it's like. Okay. I am not ashamed of it. I'm not ashamed of I've accepted all of that for exactly what it is. A big part of me. And guess what? It's still my responsibility. All right. It's a hard one, but it is. So what's cool about that? Well, then I could take the Serenity Prayer, change the things I can me. Well, I can change those things. And when I can change something, I find that pretty fucking exciting. I find that really exciting because then change is coming and probably some really good change. And that makes me happy. May I never shut my eyes to the wonder of God's work or discount the wisdom of his solutions. Yeah, never a chance. Nope. Today I'll remember our hope in ages past, our help for years to come. Yeah, I don't question God. He knows shit that I don't. Period. Here. Let's do some stuff here, Carrie. Now is the time, especially in dual recovery, for those that serve as RCs. RCs being recovery coaches, guys, to help. Right now, for a person to get in, their first intake is up to 3 months. Time to be the example, to show some love, empathy, and compassion. Absolutely, Carrie. Absolutely. I feel like it falls on us too. Yes. And there's that other, she's talking about the other responsibility that we have. Now that we've gone through the steps, now that we see our therapists and our psychiatrists and we're on the right meds and stuff, right? Now our responsibility is to go out and help God's children. That's our job. Okay. The first year is yours. Be selfish about your first year. After that, forget about it. It's not yours no more. I think this is a good place to end, especially with what Carrie was saying. Attraction, not promotion. Through many painful experiences, we think that we have arrived at what that policy ought to be. It is the opposite in many ways of unusual promotional practice. We found that we had to rely upon the principle of attraction rather than promotion. Got some more verbiage going on now. Oh, some hearts and prayers. We got Lori. Good morning, Lori. Pretty neat thing, huh? I just now figured it out. I went over there and clicked on it and it did it. So thanks, God. All right. While I was drinking, I reacted with anger, self-pity, and defiance against anyone who wanted to change me. You bet your ass do not confront me. Oh, no. Whatever. All I wanted then was to be accepted by another human simply as I was. And curiously, that is what I found in AA. I became the custodian of the concept of attraction. What a great line. I became the custodian of the concept of attraction. You want to know why that's such a great line? Because usually when we think of custodians, we don't think of this. He's not saying I'm the CEO of the concept of attraction. No, the humbleness in that is fantastic. Love it. Which is the principle of fellowship's public relations. It is by attraction I can best reach the alcoholic who still suffers. Yeah. There again, we were just talking about that being the example. It's our responsibility. I thank God for have given me the attraction of a well-planned and established program, the steps and traditions. Yes, thank you, God. And thank you to everybody that came before me and put those together, those first 100 people. Through humility and the support of my fellow sober members, I've been able to practice the AA way of life through attraction, not promotion. And which is actually how we work our group in this and our podcasting and everything. It is done on attraction rather than promotion. So I still have a lot of things to say, but I am 2 minutes past time. So I'm going to end it with the responsible. Okay. When anyone anywhere reaches out for help, I want the hand of AA to be there. And for that, I am responsible. And anyone, anywhere reaches out, I want the hand of AA to be there. I want the hand of God to be there. Let's say you're not an AA. Say you hate AA and you do something different. Great. And just switch it to God or whatever you need to in order to make you happy in order to do it, right? Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for everything you do for me. Thank you for everything that you do for our community. And keep being a miracle. I love you guys. Peace out and have a day.